Hey man, it's official. It's well, I ain't even gonna say what date it is because I might post this video after the fact. But hey man, week one is here.
Hey
All
man,
the off-season predictions, all the off-season updates, free agency draft, all the stuff we done, content we put out is all led to this moment what we all been waiting for, which is the actual season.
about time.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
now, man, we all share that sentiment about time. So the fourth quarter we got might hop on, but we just gonna go ahead and start. So we gonna do the week one predictions for y'all. Go through every game, every matchup. So y'all just give me y'all think will win, and give me an X factor y'all see for the winning team you got. You know, as the reason why y'all see the winning. Also, they got the little spreads on here and stuff too. So y'all let me know if y'all how y'all see the spread. Y'all see the team covering either way and who y'all see winning or whatnot. So we just get right into it. With the first matchup, Super Bowl champs and Detroit Lions on Thursday Night Football to open up the season. So they got Kansas City as a pretty much 7 point favorite. Dorian, you see it any other way or too much?
Uh, that's why I like that spread. I mean, it probably be a little more, but I don't feel like the Lions they ain't no slouch at all. So, but you know what I'm saying. I think I like the Chiefs in this one though, for sure. Just Mahomes, Kelsey, just that chemistry they got going on. Um, that's just proven year after year after year that what I'm saying it's just gonna be hard to stop them too. So with Andy Reid, so it's like what you gonna do with it?
Yeah, I definitely feel that. What you feel about that, AG? You think that 7 points is appropriate or people still
Okay.
on Detroit?
So, I mean, when it comes to the 7 points, I do believe that it is appropriate for that time. Um, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like Hitter said, just a little bit more. Just being in game and knowing like the chemistry is only going to get stronger, and they hold themselves to that championship mentality every year. So
Yeah.
pretty good.
I yeah, I don't have no disagreement with y'all. I pretty much see it. I mean, I think I definitely picked Kansas City to win the game. AJ, you picked Kansas City to win as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I picked them to win. Anything. Maybe it's a 4 point or 3 point game or something like that. Cause I definitely think the game will be close. I mean, seven ain't a blowout by any sorts, anything like that. But
Nah,
only S factor I really can like point out is if Chris Jones not gonna be playing because of the little contract holdout or whatnot he got going on. And I know like Detroit got a real stout O line. So if I'm them, I'm really just trying to run it right at them, knowing that they missing their key piece in the middle.
right.
If it come down to a shootout, I'm not. I mean, they got Mahomes, so like I ain't taking nobody over him in the shootout type of game. So yeah, I think Kansas City got that one
He'll
yeah,
get the ball last every time.
right.
Detroit got weapons, so they
Yeah,
got they got plenty of weapons.
they definitely equipped for a shootout, but it's just like I don't know. It's definitely gonna be a good game though. I think like three seasons ago, if they would have opened up with Super Bowl champ versus Detroit, you probably would have been like, nah, that's a blowout.
Laughing.
Yeah, but now it's like you got an up and coming team that many people think is on the rise, and then you got the Super Bowl champ, so it should be a marquee matchup.
Yeah, it's gonna be a test for Detroit. First game, it's gonna be a test for these boys, but
And that's their chance to put the national media like recognize us. We here, even if they hang tight with the Chiefs. I feel like folks will start paying attention to them for real. But AG, what you think about the next game? Carolina at
Uh,
Atlanta.
what the
We
spread?
Atlanta 3.5 favorites, so 4 point favorites basically.
Okay, so our division games always do come down to the wire, but I actually think that we're gonna surprise Bryce Young a little bit more than he's been surprised in the preseason, and like be able to take advantage of the fact that he's a young quarterback in the league and kind of welcome him to the NFL with some pressure and tight windows to throw on the outside, try to fit the ball in the right place, but he ain't gonna be able to do it. So I think the spread might open up a little bit more toward 7.
So you picking Atlanta to win that game, obviously.
Yeah, they're gonna cover spread. Yes, sir.
Okay. What you think, D Hitter?
I like y'all to beat these boys. Just inexperience at the QB. And I feel like y'all just kind of just reloaded, like just went crazy the off season. So like y'all gonna come out with a point to prove. First game of the season. So I don't feel like these boys is gonna be ready for y'all at all. So I like y'all for sure. I feel like they can still Carolina still can, you know what I'm saying? It's still any given Sunday for sure, but I do feel like y'all going I like y'all edging these boys out.
Yeah. I'm a pick Atlanta as well to win the game. The spread I'm kind of stuck on because like how you said, AG, the games usually like in the division are close, and then especially with Carolina. But one thing with Carolina is they really haven't beat us at home in the history of this series like that. I believe we played like 28 games against them at home, I think, and their record was poorest last time I looked at it, way below 500.
Ooh.
So I'll say my X factor will kind of be what y'all both was alluding to, the inexperience of Bryce Young, and then they got a new coach as well, so he's implemented a new system along with a rookie quarterback. So, but another X factor I'll point out probably be the line of scrimmage because Carolina's O line has looked trash in the preseason for real.
Yep.
And Bryce Young is not a quarterback that can sit back there and like really take a pounding because he's a small guy. So
he gonna be comfortable back there regardless, though.
Yeah, he's gonna be comfortable. Like one thing about him, he cool, calm, and collected at all times. Like he know how to evade rushers. So we're gonna have to be disciplined in our rush for sure to keep him in that pocket. But I think as the game go on, that our D line will start to impose will, and the O line we already know O line gonna do what they need to do. So I see Atlanta just go ahead and win in that game. I'll say they cover the spread. I think we should at least be able to beat them by 4. I will hope. Cincinnati, Cleveland. We don't know. I'm assuming Joe Burrow is going to play because he returned to practice. So let's predict this game as if Joe Burrow is playing. What you think, D Hitter? We'll let you go up first this time.
Oh, Joey B playing. Got to go with the Bengals. Got to go with the Bengals on this. And I like them. I don't know what they got going on with the spread.
You don't think that's wide enough?
Nah, I don't think that's wide enough.
That might be with thinking that Joe Burrow is not playing. Maybe I don't know.
If Joe Burrow ain't playing, I might like the Browns.
I think I like the Browns with them playing, but I'm gonna wait till my turn though.
You like the Browns with them playing?
Yeah, I had seen a stat the other day. They were saying that the Bengals ain't beat Cleveland for like a couple of games. Like, so I just think stuff like that do be playing a factor. Because even with the next game that we about to talk about, even though it's not in Jacksonville, like I know the Colts haven't beat the Jazz in Jacksonville like so long, and I think like little streaks like that do be playing a factor. So I don't know. Yeah. You know, the first week of the NFL always the craziest anyway, though.
Yeah, it do be some crazy stuff going on. So, I mean, but like I said, if Joe playing, I'm gonna show take the Bengals, and I'm gonna show take that spread for sure. So, I really ain't seen too much from Watson for real. Like last year, he ain't really look too good. I mean, he got a whole off season to prepare, so who knows? But I mean, I'm still rocking with the Bengals.
AG, what you think? Is the Watson of old gone, or will he return to form this season?
So as far as like Deshaun Watson goes, I even seen him in the preseason this year. Like he still ain't looking too sharp. You know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe he's just waiting until the season to turn it on. But you should still have some type of success in the preseason. Like you should at least be able to lead your team down the field for a touchdown if you're playing. If they got you in a game, you're supposed to do your job. Yeah, you're supposed to do something, man. So, I mean, the only way I'm picking the Browns to actually win this game is if Joey B ain't playing. Because if that man playing and it's over with. Because at the same time, even though the man knows he's not gonna be able to run, he'll still be able to pass the ball. And his ball, like the way he's able to throw the ball to Chase, Higgins, like Tate, all them boys, man, they all got a special place on the field, and he already know where to get them.
But both of y'all would say that Burrow is y'all X factor in that game.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
and I forgot to throw this out there beforehand, but I was thinking like for the season we could do, how to like they go through, pick all the games, and then we'll keep track of the records and whatnot. So we'll see who's where during the season. But I don't know. I'm gonna just take Cleveland for the sake of like everybody taking the Bengals. We all took the same team on every game, so I mean, I'm not really taking them. Just like I think it'll be a huge upset. Like if the Browns beat them, I don't think it's gonna be like nobody gonna be like, oh wow, the Browns. But I don't know. I think Cleveland's defensive line could be a problem for the Bengals offensive line because I think that's been their biggest problem since they got Joe Burrow is really trying to keep them upright.
Right.
Sure.
I know they got Orlando Brown Jr. and they got another tackle as well. So they got 2 new tackles, I believe. And
I forgot they got them boys in free agency. That was a little minute ago.
Yeah, and then they got Zadarius Smith on the D line, go opposite of Myles Garrett. So I mean, what the Browns do. So that ain't looking good. That ain't the first matchup you really want to see with 2 new tackles. And then Cleveland got Jim Schwartz as the defensive coordinator now, so it ain't really nothing he ain't seen before. So I don't know.
Not even a hop on that bandwagon, but at the same time, I just thought about something too. The Bengals secondary took a hit this offseason.
No Von Bell, no Jessie Bates.
Right. So all them boys gonna have to step up. And a young secondary in the league is really lunch meat.
Yeah, especially when you're going against an experienced passer. I mean, I don't think even if he returns to like the form he was in Houston, I still don't think he'll be as bad as he's looked. And then if push come to shove, like that offense go as Nick Chubb really go, to be honest, anyway. So I think Nick Chubb can be enough to carry them because I don't think Cincinnati had a defense to really stop the run like that. So yeah, I'll take Cleveland, but if push come to shove and they lose 3 points, I mean, I wouldn't say they would cover that though, because that means Cincinnati have to beat them by what, 3?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't see no 1 point, 2 point game. I at least see it being a 3 point differential. So I'll say Cleveland in that one.
Okay. Next,
we got Jacksonville headed up to Indianapolis, take on Anthony Richardson and the Colts. I'll take the Jags here. 5 point favorites. I'll take them to cover. I don't think this game would be particularly close, honestly. I think Trevor Lawrence might be on the MVP track this year. Calvin Ridley will be over 1,000 this year. I just see the Jags rolling, and I don't really see the Colts doing much of anything besides the occasional Anthony Richardson highlight. And Jonathan Taylor is gone for the first 4 games, and who's to say when he come back he'll even play for them at all? So I don't see this being close. What you think, AG?
Well, you really just named a lot of the X factors that go into me not even thinking that the Colts will keep it close, because at this point, the Jacksonville has a returning team from last year that went into the playoffs and upset people in the playoffs. They upset themselves in the second game though by shooting themselves in the foot like 2 drives in the red zone. But I think they've learned from their mistakes. Doug Peterson has another year to go ahead and be with T-Law. And then like I said, you got all the off-season additions, including Calvin Ridley, that are going to produce numbers on the field for that team. So I'll definitely go with the Jaguars in this, covering the spread.
Yeah, I agree with y'all on the Jags. I don't really see. It's not really too much I like about the Colts. It's not too many positive things I can say about the Colts. I mean, they kind of like damn near worst team in the league. One of the worst teams in the league right now. So, yeah, I'm gonna take the Jaguars, cover the spread on this one.
I mean, just to make to take perspective of both sides, like what do y'all think will have to go right for the Colts to even like win this game or be competitive in this game? Because like, what do they really do? What's their calling card? What they really do well? Because
I mean, I would really say the arm of Anthony Richardson and he would have to pull out his bag of tricks the first game. Like everything that he has in his bag of tricks, he had to pull out the first game. But with the simple fact that he's a rookie and he hasn't seen a lot, it gives the defenses of the opposing team the automatic advantage, because all you have to do is disguise your coverage the whole game and not give him the first look. Give him something that looks like something else.
yeah,
I can see him throwing more than one pick.
yeah, I definitely could see that. But one thing working in his favor is that the new head coach was the offensive coordinator of the Eagles, Shane Steichen, so he knows how to work with mobile quarterbacks, and they'll definitely be running RPOs and all type of options for him. But like you said, AG, the knock on him was about him reading defenses and just not having that game experience. He really didn't start or play that many games at Florida, so
All right.
This rookie season kind of just gonna be like throw him out there to the wolves.
Yep. See what he knows. See what he gonna do. See how he react in big situations.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. So now we got Tampa Bay going up to Minnesota against Kirk Cousins, Jay Jets, and the Vikings. 6-point favorites are the Vikings, so basically a whole touchdown. I see that to be about appropriate. What you think, Dorian?
I feel like that's appropriate for sure. The Bucks still got like some Super Bowl quality players on the roster. Like they still got a lot of good players outside of that quarterback position. So, I mean, they can hang in the game for sure. But I'm gonna still take the Vikings at home. I just feel like Jay Jettis, Kurt. I feel like they can. I feel like they're gonna get the job done.
What you think, hey, Jizzle?
Hey man, so hey, that's a good analogy as far as like Tampa Bay still having all of the Super Bowl caliber player. They're only like maybe 3 to 4 years removed from the Super Bowl, and so like they still got that mentality of being in the Super Bowl. But I think we start seeing the real Baker Mayfield. Like somebody gonna have to ask this man, can the real Baker Mayfield stand up? And if like Baker Mayfield goes out and throws for over 300 yards and the Bucks win, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, was a new team on the NFC what he needed?" But at the same time, if he goes out there and he doesn't win this game, it's going to automatically start his trail off of like, okay, he got all the weapons he needs. Why is he still sorry? Like, what's going on? So it's going to definitely be a game that's going to come down to the last couple of possessions to see who can pull away. Because I can see Minnesota having trouble running the ball. Just a little bit against Minnesota's defense. Their defensive line is kind of stout, even with a couple losses of key pass rushers from a couple years ago. But I still think that having Justin Jefferson and now his wide receiver 2 running mate is pretty good by himself as well. So just to see the combination and all the different routes and stuff like that Kirk Cousins is going to work on in that offense, I still feel like Minnesota will come out on top in this game.
What's the status on Mike Evans? Is he playing?
I believe he's supposed to be playing, but he said he was ending contract negotiations with them on the 9th. So they don't get nothing worked out by then. I guess he'll be a free agent next year. If I was him, I wouldn't play.
Right.
But it's interesting that you said that, AG, and I'm gonna beg you guys to get your thinking cap on right here because he said, "Can the real Baker Mayfield stand up?" And I just want to know, like, what do y'all consider to be the real Baker? Because we know the draft status, we know what he did in Cleveland, we know once he went to the team after that, it's just he's been up and down. And then 2, earlier in the season, like the offseason, like when looking at Tampa Bay, I'm pretty sure we all pretty much slated them as last in the division. But when you look at it, like Dorian said, they still got Super Bowl players on the roster, even though they might be older or whatnot. I mean, they just took Tom Brady off the roster, and now everybody's kind of down on him. So what do y'all think of the roster as a whole? And the Baker Mayfield question as well. Like, what do y'all think is the real Baker?
Okay. So as far as the real Baker, like the real Baker that I seen was the Baker Mayfield that like was actually on his shit. Even though they say Baker Mayfield wasn't on his tablet studying plays, he was playing Call of Duty and all this extra stuff. Like he was still making some plays. The year that they went off and went crazy in Cleveland. But after that, he just fell off. So it's like the real Baker Mayfield has been showing for the past couple of years, like with him being passed around and like played off the bench or whatever. So it's like, is this really what he is? Like he was very high draft status out of Oklahoma, kind of similar to Kyler Murray. And then like within his career, it fell off before his rookie contract and it was just like, I don't know, we made this high investment on you and now you're just not showing us what we wanted to see. Like it's kind of hard to explain, bro, because he just got sorry over his years of being in the league. That's why he's on his 3rd or 4th team right now.
So you think
Rebecca Mayfield is a backup quarterback.
Okay, that's what you think. So you feel like at most at Tampa Bay, he's just a stopgap at this point. Like he ain't. They don't think they really can invest much in him. He's there.
They're trying to stop the bleeding. They're trying to stop the bleeding because Tom Brady really ripped the scab off.
What you think about their roster as a whole? Because I mean,
the roster as a whole, they do have weapons on both sides of the ball. So Baker Mayfield is surrounded by people that can help him succeed. But he had the number 1 running back right behind him, and a top 10, if not top 5 receiver in the league with Amari Cooper right next to him. So, and Odell Beckham at one point. So, like, you can't really create any excuse for him not to be successful or not to have been successful with his roster.
But like some situations be different too, because Cleveland ain't really got that championship mindset either, especially as a young dude trying to be the leader of the team. Like, not to make excuses for him or whatnot, but Tampa Bay already is established. Like, they got a championship, and they might have the people in that front office and like to lead him in the right direction. You never know. Like, look at Geno Smith. Nobody saw that coming at all.
Nope.
So you never know. Baker Mayfield might go to Tampa Bay and land on his feet. And might stop trying to be the number 1 pick and might just let the rest of the roster support him. Like you said, they got the pieces for him to succeed. So what you think, D-Hitter? What you think is the real Baker Mayfield, and what you think about their roster and their chances in the division?
The real Baker is OU Baker. So, I mean, we ain't really seen the real Baker yet, in my opinion. So, I mean, I think we probably have. I mean, I feel like we'll see. You know what I'm saying? This upcoming season, I feel like this is probably his last chance for him to do anything because after this, I feel like he probably just a backup at best or out the league. So I mean, I feel like this probably the best. This is probably his best roster. He working with right now. So like I said, Tampa Bay, they just. I feel like if you can insert any quarterback, they Super Bowl contenders. Um, like goddamn, you put in any experienced quarterback, they Super Bowl contenders. So I feel like you know what I'm saying. If you come in the right way, I feel like they can make some noise, and there'll be some good competition for us. So, but yeah, I feel like it's just all up to him, and they
Yeah,
need some in that running game too. I'm not too sure about that running game, but
it's non-existent.
uh,
I,
I know they got Godwin and Mike Evans. Wide receivers always gonna be straight for them, but I don't know. They lost Fournette. Fournette wasn't really talking about nothing for real towards that back end anyway. So I feel like they should be all right though. If Baker end up playing pretty good, they'll be all right.
yeah, they a little banged up. I know Russell Gage out for the year, and then Ryan Jensen, they center, is also out for the year. They talking about he might have to retire. So they O line pretty much gonna be what might hold them back, along with like you said, the running game. But I don't know. I kind of do got a different perspective on them now compared to like when some Brady retired and they got Baker Mayfield, because I do see the roster as still being a bit something. I mean, it ain't gonna really take much to win our division, I don't think. So they got a shot as much as anybody else in the division, but we'll see how it shake out. Um, I don't know how y'all see Baker. Like, I don't know. I think a couple years in your career, pretty much what you show is what you are, and what he's showing is just inconsistent play. And I don't know if you really can have a dude like that as a starter, and you definitely can't have a dude like that as a franchise guy. So, like, I mean, I could see him being a backup or, like I say, a stopgap quarterback where you plug him in if you just like Tampa Bay too good to really get a good pick for real, but they ain't bad enough to just be
Tanking.
yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think a dude like Baker Mayfield might be the answer because Kyle Trask is for sure not
Yeah,
what
that's not not the answer.
that ain't what they want to put out there. But Tennessee, New Orleans, Tennessee going down to New Orleans.
Yes, sir.
They got New Orleans as 3-point favorites. I see that as appropriate. I'm gonna take the Saints in this one. No Kamara, but yeah, I just don't see Tennessee. I don't see it no more with them. Uh, I don't really see like I don't want to like not give an analysis on the game, but I just don't feel the need to really elaborate on it. Like I just see it clear cut. New Orleans the better team at home. 3 points is fine. I mean, I think they should be able to beat them by way more than 3. But I mean, the spread might should be bigger for this game, in my opinion. But yeah, I guess 3 points. I'll take New Orleans on that one. What you think, D-Hitter? No, you taking New Orleans?
For sure, man. You know, I'm going with the know you. So basically just really gotta stop Henry. I mean, they got D Hop, but they got Tannehill. So it's like I feel like we gonna prepare to beat these boys, man, at home. I feel like we got plenty of weapons on the offensive side. I feel like we can contain them on defense. I feel like they could still win. I ain't gonna just say we clear cut gonna just beat their ass, but I do feel like we are gonna win this game though. But yeah, I like us for sure. We do only got one running back on the roster though, so that's kind of scary right now. But Miller got hurt, so we only got Jamal Williams right now. So we're gonna see what that look like. But yeah, I like us right now. I like us covering that spread.
What you think, AG? I agree with what you said though. Like I see a world where they do win the game because it ain't like they just. It's no way, especially if Derrick Henry get the roll and it's a close game.
Yeah,
Hey man, That's why I'm going with the upset, man.
Woo!
I'm going with the upset, man. Cause you got to stop D Hop. He's been stopped by injuries or whatever. He went to Tennessee, bro, because he knew he was gonna be the better hot to Derrick Henry's cold or whatever. At the same time, bro, I still feel like if Derrick Henry get the rolling, bro, early, they gonna dink and dunk that pass, and then Marshawn Lattimore is gonna get ate up.
What?
And that's when, bro, I'm telling you, if
Crazy.
D Hop go off and Derrick Henry go off, I mean, come on now, 1-on-1, I'm taking D.
It sounds like a perfect world. Both of them going off.
I don't see D Hop taking over games no more. Like
He's not gonna take over the game, but he's gonna definitely get his fair share of targets and attention off of the fact that he's on the field.
Yeah.
So it'll help the defense.
I feel comfortable putting Marshawn on him and just saying, the rest of y'all load up on the run. Like, that's how I would see it. Now, if D Hop start just eating up, then we can look at trying to eliminate him out the passing game. But it's gonna be the play action for real that's really gonna determine, and that's gonna feed off of it. The run game working. So if they can't stop the run, then. But I just don't see Tennessee's defense stout enough getting consistent stops against New Orleans offense for me to really pull the upset.
Yeah, I will only pull them as 3-point favorites the other way. Either way, it went either way. Like, I wouldn't say nothing about a touchdown or 10 points. None of that.
Yeah, no, I think 3 is straight. No more than like 6 or 7. I think this next game is the best matchup of week 1. Well, one of the best.
Who?
San Fran, Pittsburgh. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Whose stadium is that? Pittsburgh, I guess.
Pittsburgh got to be. I was finna ask the same thing when I looked and seen.
I don't know when they started.
The whole team at the bottom.
Acrisure, whatever it's called. Acrisure.
It ain't Heinz Field no more.
No, I guess not. They done got rid of the ketchup. Niners, Steelers. I'm letting you know right now, 2.5. I'm taking Pittsburgh in the upset to cover the spread. And let me explain to you why. Because I don't know if we're going to do another division pick or we're going to let the one that we did already ride. But I'm telling y'all right now, I think Seattle is going to win that division. And I think Brock Purdy is in for a regression. And I think the way San Francisco is handling their quarterback situation is gonna come back to bite their team chemistry. I just think something's not right between the GM, coach, and the quarterback situation. And I think it's gonna start to wear on the team. Brock Purdy looked amazing last year, but I mean he played like 9 games. I don't know if he can keep that pace throughout a whole season. Like rest of their roster wise, San Francisco damn near has the best roster in football, if not one of the best. But I just think Pittsburgh at home. Pittsburgh gonna be they're gonna be a handful this year, I think, because I think Pickett and Pickens is gonna be a hell of a duo. Najee Harris is what he is, but they got the other running back they got is a fool. Warren, I believe. I forgot his name.
Right.
I ain't seen him yet. I ain't get too much of him.
Okay, but Freiermuth, tight end. Darnell Washington, tight end. They got the tight ends. Then they got the receivers, Deontay Johnson, and then they got Pickens. And then the defense is what it is. Like the defense.
They got TJ Watt.
Stout. So the defense stout. I just feel like Pittsburgh got this game. Like I said, wacky things happen in week 1. I don't think it's a wacky type win for Pittsburgh. I mean, I think they're going to be one of them teams that's going to be a playoff team this year that didn't make it last year. So I'm going to say Pittsburgh, and they cover the spread. What you think, D-Hitter?
I'm gonna go Niners. I like Purdy. I feel like anybody you plug in, except for Trey Lance and that boy Shanahan offense, I mean, it's like they work out pretty good. So I don't really think it's gonna really be too much on Purdy to come out and replicate what he did last year. So long as that boy stay healthy, I feel like they solid. They got CMC, Debo, they got plenty of weapons, IU. So I really feel like they can really, like I say, make a run for that Super Bowl this year with this roster they got, and plus that defense is loaded as well. So I'm gonna roll with the 49ers. I feel like I'm taking that spread too. I like that spread. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with the 49ers on that.
Man, spread is nice, but I can't even do it, bro. I can't take the 49ers in this one. I can't take the 49ers in this one, bro. And I only can't take the 49ers in this one because Brock Purdy came in off of what was already done before him. Like, he came in on a high where the team was already ready to go on that like path of working together. You got to start a whole nother year off with a whole nother team. Like, they didn't return their whole roster. They brought back some key guys and then surrounded them around the guys that was already there. So I think Brock Purdy, like, he's not going to be the same Brock Purdy we saw last year, the Mr. Irrelevant. So it's like their roster's loaded, but at the same time, it's going to be on all of the skill players to make Brock Purdy look good. Because if Brock Purdy can't make the simple throws, or he can't be the bomber down the field and get Debo the ball or get the right guys the ball, your Shanahan's offense is easy. But like, Brock Purdy has to make sure that he either exceeds expectations or keeps the same level of intensity he had from last year. It's not too much on him, but like, he still is young. Like, this is his second year in the league. So at the same time, can't give him too much praise off of the stuff we've seen from last year. Because I think that they also signed Sam Darnold for a reason. You don't just sign Sam Darnold and say bye to Trey Lance like that if you know he's a project quarterback. But like, taking into account that the man got injured twice, we can't really say what we've seen from Trey Lance because he might go to Dallas and turn the page on us. You know what I'm saying? But can't give Brock Purdy that much.
I'm flicking off Kyle Shanahan because I just don't fuck with that nigga. But
how far is Purdy from Pickett though? Like,
it ain't even about really the quarterback situation, but it's about the fact of, like, I think their situations are different because Kenny Pickett was drafted to be that guy. Like, they had it in their mind, and he already built the rapport with their team, which Brock Purdy built his rapport too. Yeah, but like you said, it's the system. I feel like Pittsburgh, Kenny Pickett, he's the dude with the gun. They're gonna trust him to go out there with the gun versus Brock Purdy is the dude in the tank, and Kyle Shanahan is aiming, and bruh's just protected. Like, Brock Purdy, bruh, if he played like how he played last year on that pace, he would be up for MVP this year, technically. Bro, it's easy to go out there. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but they don't have no film on Brock Purdy. They just got film on Kyle Shanahan's system. But I mean, it's different when he run the system different than Jimmy G run it, or he run it different than Trey Lance run it. So now they got film on you. Now we know you just not Mr. Irrelevant. Now we know you're a competent NFL starter. So now we're gonna start game planning for Brock Purdy.
But you still got CMC. You still got.
Okay, and Pittsburgh has a defense that's equipped to handle those type of problems, and plus
it's tough, bro.
And plus being at home, like, the game really tough on tough. It's good coaching on good coaching, good defense on good defense, like weapons on weapons. It's that's why I say it's one of the best matchups of week 1, in my opinion. Because
Is that that's a 4:00 game, right?
that's a 1:00 game.
Oh, it's a 1:00 game. They didn't put
Yeah.
that thing, flex it to America's game of the week.
Nah, the America's game of the week is Chicago and Green Bay. But yeah, so what? Quick tidbit, so we can try to wrap this up under an hour. What do y'all think about the Trey Lance situation? Do you think 49ers just completely blundered it? Because in my opinion, I feel like what the hell did y'all trade all the picks for just to not play, bro? And then y'all traded them to Dallas, and I'm looking at Trey Lance like, dude, you're in the same situation again. You're not finna play over there.
Yeah.
So what is it? What was the point?
So I was reading an article and listening to Get Up Mornings, and they were speaking on the fact that Trey Lance's quarterback contract clause is something that they can bring up at the end of the season whenever Dak starts asking for his money. So I don't know how it affects him getting his money, or you know what I'm saying, because we have him on the roster, you either have to take a pay cut and restructure your deal to match this when we have to pay him.
Probably because he's a first-round quarterback.
Yeah.
So you know that carry a bigger.
Yeah.
But do you think they would pick up Trey Lance option though? Because if I'm them, I'm not.
The only way you're picking up Trey Lance's option is if Dak gets hurt during the season or you start seeing his regression in playing. But Dak has to go out there and really stink it up for them to put him in. And they have to really let Trey Lance skip over Cooper Rush in the backup role.
Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like
Cooper Rush was solid.
That don't stop. Like he more in line to be the backup, which is why I'm more confused about Trey Lance going to Dallas. Like I don't understand.
Or they could use him in trade bait before the trade deadline.
Maybe that's what they was want to swing him in another trade. I guess I don't know because
at
this point nobody has film on him.
Right.
He ain't did nothing. What you think, Doran? You think San Francisco fucked the whole situation up?
I feel like they just was like, let's just move on from him. Like, might as well. Like, we got Purdy outperforming him, so it's like, let's just go ahead and just move him. You know
what if? I mean, I think people overlook the situation because San Francisco is still good and competing. Imagine if they mortgage all them picks to get Trey Lance, and then they end up being sorry. Now you're looking around like we ain't got no picks. We need them, and they went away with this dude who didn't even play. Versus now they like, hey, we just shipped them off. We still here because we got a 7-round. You hit on the 7-round pick, the last pick of the draft. And then you drafted this dude to replace Jimmy G, and Jimmy G just took you back to the Super Bowl down there the next year. So I
feel like it really don't matter who you put back there for real. Like it's really open, bro. Like so, I feel like it was just like let you move on, get him off the. You know what I'm saying? See what we can get for him, I guess. I don't know, bro. Like I was confused.
I feel like the waste of assets is kind of like wow.
Yeah, it is, but it's like I was confused about it because I would have probably just kept him. But I mean,
like I feel like this whole situation, man, it's like one of them situations that's like it's like buying $60 worth of gas and knowing you got to go somewhere that requires $130 worth of gas. Like you're gonna be on the short end of having some money. Like and like either way it go, like you either gonna be paying him while he playing for somebody else doing good, or you gonna be paying for him when he get traded in the trade clause. So.
I don't know. I feel like his whole career trajectory is like altered by this because I don't know when he gonna get the chance to play. I don't know. But moving on to a not so exciting matchup, Washington, Arizona. I'm taking Washington. I'm taking them to cover the spread. Arizona.
Washington.
Arizona gonna be the worst team in the league this year. Like do we even have to analyze this game?
So Kyler not even playing.
No.
So when he supposed to be coming back?
I think he out for like 6
week 4. Week 4.
Okay, so I don't see no point in him coming back though.
Yeah, he on the PUP list.
So who they got at QB? Like I don't
Josh
even
know.
Dobbs.
They cut Colt McCoy and they brought in Josh Dobbs.
But Colt McCoy still in the league is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's
cutting Colt McCoy to go sign Josh Dobbs is crazy.
That's the stupidest part.
I thought I was watching Colt McCoy in elementary school. Like If I remember, bro, like it's been that long with Colt McCoy, bro. That's crazy.
Oh man.
So you taking the Cardinals D Hill? Is that what you said?
I'm taking going. I'm going Sam Howell.
Hey,
That's the only interesting tidbit of that game to see how Sam Howell looking for real. That's the only thing that is worth notable about this game.
man, if Sam Hill would come up with that swag, then they gonna win. That
It's
boy come with
interesting.
that drag, they gonna lose on
It's
some weird shit.
interesting how
They
everybody
rolling with bro though. Like they rolling with him.
It's
Like
interesting how everybody on the Falcons case about Ritter, who played 4 games. Sam Howell played like 1 game last year. Nobody said nothing about Washington starting the 5th round, 3rd round pick at quarterback.
Right.
Falcons public ordered world enemy number 1. Like, anyways, Houston and the Ravens. I think this is the largest spread of week 1.
that's
Oh
crazy.
my god.
Y'all think that's appropriate? Baltimore 10-point favorites over the Texans?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that's appropriate.
Yeah, I see it that way. 10-point favorites. I'll take Baltimore. I think the X factor. I'm interested to see Lamar and his passing game. Let's see. He got a new coordinator in Todd Monken from Georgia. He wanted to pass the ball. They went out and got a receiver. So let's see if you can do that. You sat out. You did all this public stuff for your money. You got your money. Now it's time for you to perform. Lamar Jackson might need to be in that MVP talk.
Yeah.
Or it might need to be a Super Bowl or a deep playoff run or something, because he's starting to slip in the rankings. I hear the national media saying, can he do this? Can he do that? So he needed another prove it year, in my opinion. But yeah, I'll take them in that spread. I'll take Baltimore.
I'm definitely going Baltimore in this game. CJ Stroud, it's gonna be a long year for you, my brother. Welcome to the NFL. You know, I got faith in you to progress over the year. But it's gonna be a hard one. They gonna be sending folks at your ass every damn play, bro. It's not even gonna be funny. You might be on your back a lot. Just get used to what the Raptors look like in all the stadiums, because you're probably gonna get sacked in every single one of them stadiums you play in every year. But like, just know that this game right here is not gonna define your whole season. It's just gonna hurt just that one Sunday.
Man.
Yeah, I'm going. Like I said, I'm going Ravens for sure. I'm ready to see what Odell gonna do, man. If we're gonna see that old Odell come back. So, but yeah, I'm going Ravens for this spread too. I like this
You gotta
spread.
keep that man healthy. He gotta stay healthy, bro. That's the only way he gonna come back. He gotta stay healthy.
I ain't gonna lie, I started looking crazy because like I just peeped the next matchup. They got Chicago.
Yeah, that's a crazy one right there.
This is America's game of the week. Chicago, Green Bay, gonna be a little different than the typical Chicago Green Bay matchup where Aaron Rodgers is gone now. As we know, with Aaron Rodgers, like Chicago just couldn't beat Green Bay at all. But this game is between 2 young quarterbacks in this division who, honestly, they probably be fighting for like who gonna run the division for the next 10 years or whatnot. Damn, this is kind of a tough one. I ain't gonna lie.
It's a pick 'em. It's
a 1-point spread don't even make sense. Like, either they gonna win or they not.
It's a pick 'em, bro. Like, just whoever you feel like, you know what I'm saying?
This might be the game to determine who record looked the best after week 1 amongst us.
Right.
So, I'm gonna say Chicago for the fact of like Justin Fields been there. They know what they're doing already. Jordan Love might have it hard in his first start. So I'm gonna say Chicago. But yeah, like y'all say, it's a pick 'em. I'll take Chicago though.
I'm gonna roll with the Packers on Green Bay on this. Got that boy Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, Christian Watson. I feel like Jordan Love, he been sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, so I feel like even though, you know what I'm saying, he is a little new, but you know what I'm saying, he has been sitting, like, so he has a little bit of experience, you know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like he's just so brand new to the game, like. So, but I mean, I'm gonna go with the Packers on this. I like the Packers on this one.
Who you going with, A Jizzle?
It's a hard one to pick, but I believe Chicago did spend a little bit of money in free agency, and they brought in a starting linebacker. Or did they bring in a starting linebacker?
2 linebackers. They got Tremaine
Yeah.
from the Bills, and they got T.J. Edwards, I believe, from the Eagles.
Okay, so they re-solidified in their front seven as far as like trying to solidify stopping the run. I think that might come into play. I would pick Chicago, but it's kind of hard because now you look at the weapons that Jordan Love has around him and having 2 running backs and still able to air the ball out to all his weapons.
It's a pickle. You just toss up for real. It ain't really like I don't really see no
Jair Alexander,
Yeah.
DJ Moore.
I like Jair over DJ Moore. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. Like when
the element of Jay Fields and them legs.
Exactly. I respect that the element of him being able to run because he's not gonna be able to throw it to DJ Moore like he wants to. But I'm still going with the stronger running game over there with Green Bay.
I don't know though. Chicago was number 1 in the league last year in rushing.
I mean, I believe that they can still do it though, bro. I believe they can still do it. It's just one of them games where it's like it's in Chicago, so I want to pick Chicago, but then it's like
I don't feel right picking Chicago myself, but it's just the fact of it's the fact that, like I said, them being like already together, maybe that'll help them. And they look good in the preseason, except for that last game against the Buffalo Bills. So I don't know. Only thing that really concerns me is they O-line holding up in pass protection and they defense. But I'll say that they win their first one at home. And now for the most boring matchup of week 1. Well, I ain't gonna say the most boring.
I wouldn't say that. I would say Cardinals and Commanders.
Yeah, that's the most. But I feel like it's the second one. I don't know. Maybe that Eagles game, but the Raiders, Broncos, 4-point favorites is the Broncos. I'm gonna take the Raiders in this game.
Mm-hmm.
What in the world?
Raiders?
I take the Raiders because Broncos really ain't got no receivers. Like all their receivers hurt.
They ain't got
True.
Judy got hurt. Tim
Judy
Patrick,
hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson like really just give me the heebie-jeebies at this point.
Yeah.
Sean Payton gonna come in and try to implement this system, but at the end of the day, you can't come in and water a dead plant, and it might be already too deep rooted in that organization. It might already be too deep rooted the damage that Russell Wilson did to that organization last year. And I'm not just saying him.
Let's ride.
But it's just his whole his R and his culture might not fit what they trying to do, and I don't think it's a good matchup because man, Broncos can run the hell out. I mean, not the Broncos, but the Raiders gonna come out trying to run the ball with Josh Jacobs, and you know he gonna come out with a point to prove. Like y'all finna pay me. Jimmy G is back with his old folks from Josh McDaniels, who I do not trust as the head coach. But, I mean, Devontae Adams, the Raiders D-line, Chandler Jones, Max Crosby, I think their defense should be better this year than it was last year. So, I'll take the Raiders to cover the spread. I'll say they win the game just for sake of, prediction. I'll say they win.
Sheesh, I was gonna go Broncos, but you didn't convince me to go Raiders. But you know, Sean Payton, my coach, like that's like my real coach. So it's hard to go against him. I know he gonna scheme something up. He gonna have something ready for these boys. So, and you said they ain't got no receivers right now.
I believe Tim Patrick got hurt for sure earlier.
What about Sutton?
Let me look it up. Because I believe all Denver receivers that got hurt. They need to go ahead and drop the injury reports.
I think think that happened on Monday.
Yeah, so Jerry Judy is questionable with the hamstring, but he's not on injury reserve to start the season. Tim Patrick is on injury reserve with an Achilles injury. So I believe Sutton is good. But it ain't. I don't know. I think the last.
I'm gonna go Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders. Well, bro, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. This is tough. Go ahead. AG. I'm gonna come back to me. Go ahead, AG. Go ahead. What you got? I don't know right now.
All right, so
conflicted.
I had to have.
Well, say conflicted about it.
Man, I had to have a refreshing on what happened in Las Vegas this offseason. And I think, JC, you did enough for me to be able to say that I'm confident to say that the Raiders can win that game for sure. And I think Jimmy G being back with his old coach from back in the day, it'll probably give him a little bit more swag of like this is his team to lead. Whereas so like he wasn't really the man in San Francisco because the coach was the team like quarterback basically telling them what to do. I have been very sick watching this man Russell Wilson just make the game of football look so terrible. Like he just makes it look like he just forgot how to play football. This man come up with all these quotes and let's ride and Bronco country, let's ride. And this man wrote it down to the ground. So we just got to see which way he riding this year.
Pause.
I'm gonna go Raiders.
Which way he riding this year? Really, AG?
Come on, bro. I'm not even. I ain't even know that, bro.
You said you go Raiders?
Yeah, I feel like the Broncos. I say they're gonna get out to a slow start, start picking it up towards the, you know what I'm saying, towards the end of the season. The season progresses and stuff. So I go Raiders. Take game 1, week 1.
Okay. Next we got defending NFC conference champions. Or NFC champions. Eagles, Patriots. Super Bowl rematch of years back at Gillette Stadium. Mac Jones has an offensive coordinator who's actually an offensive coordinator now. Can he return back to form? Jalen Hurts coming back for that Super Bowl. Damn, this spread is really like low to me.
Yeah, it's low.
3.5 favorites. They're only 4-point favorites in this game. I'm gonna take Philly, and I think 4 they can cover. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout of no sorts or anything like that. But if anybody got that in their chest to just come out and beat somebody ass week 1, I think it's Philly. I don't really see no way.
Give me Jalen.
I don't really see no way New England really can win the game. Like, I don't see what they really specialize in besides their defense being a calling card for real. But then you got the Eagles defense on the other side, and I trust Eagles offense.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Boy, they're gonna be scary. I ain't gonna lie, the Eagles kind of scary.
Glad we ain't got them on the schedule this year.
No cap.
Yeah, I'm for sure going Eagles on this, covering the spread.
Yeah, it's pretty clear cut here. Eagles is definitely gonna win this game. I would say a key matchup I want to see is Christian Gonzalez versus any versus any receiver that they got on roster. I want to see all the hype for him to get drafted in the first round.
That's gonna be a matchup for sure. I'm definitely interested to see like how all the rookies be panning out their first couple of years, because between him and Weatherspoon, they always gonna be like compared back and forth. But this cornerback class was real deep this year in the draft, so it'll be interesting to see.
I don't be hearing too much from the Patriots like that, like any news, anything. Like they just
Bill Belichick now. I feel like he's not getting along with the times for real. Like he trying to still play football how he see it, but he ain't really trying to get the team going how the rest of the league going. Like, I think their biggest offseason addition was signing Jacoby Myers.
Yep.
I thought they had him.
I'm sorry. The Raiders signed Jacoby Myers. My apologies, but the Patriots, they got Big Zeke?
Yeah, they
got Zeke.
They had Zeke like 2 weeks ago.
Zeke over with though.
Besides that, I mean, they defense is gonna be their calling card. And Mac Jones, they hoping Mac Jones can get back to what he was. Miss Duncan's team, Miami.
It's gonna be a good game right here, though.
I was about to say, one of the matchups too that I look forward to. Like besides that, man, I'm just ready for football. Fuck all that. But this Dolphins game and the Chargers, this is gonna be take the over. Please take the over. This is gonna be fireworks all over the place. Dolphins, Chargers 3-point favorite. I'm taking the Dolphins.
Ooh.
I'm saying for LA. First of all, we all know the Chargers don't have no home field advantage. Like that stadium, that's no home field. So
that's everybody's stadium.
Miami won't have to deal with that. Yeah, I'm gonna take Miami.
Hey, we going to Miami. We going to Miami because I'm telling you, hey, if they end up, I see the matchups already. It's too much speed on the field for the Chargers defense, and then on the other side, it's a little bit too much power. But I still feel like Tua healthy, Tyreek healthy, Waddle healthy, all their running backs healthy, and that defense coming back to form. The only thing that they have to worry about on defense is that other corner position, making sure that whoever's in that position is holding it down until Ramsey get back. But other than that, like Miami can go toe to toe with these boys, and I definitely say that I get them the edge in this game. Just starting.
The only thing that really gave me a slight hesitancy to pick Miami was because, like you said, Ramsey won't be there, and we know Chargers got receivers for days.
Yeah,
and they got the
Keenan Allen is a third down specialist.
They got the man definitely to give them the ball and Herbert, but I see the shootout, and I think Miami. AG say Miami. What you say, D Hitter?
I'm a little conflicted on this one too, because I like that boy. I like the Chargers. Like I love Herbert. Love Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Eckler. Like I feel like they got damn near more weapons than Miami.
Added Quentin Johnson.
Yeah, and him. Then they got that boy Everett. So it's like, I don't know, bro. I feel like
I want to change.
They got a better offense. I don't really have a better offense. I feel like they do, bro. I feel like they do got a better offense.
But for all the weapons you name, you gotta think who's the man controlling them. Like Mike McDaniels is a nerd. Like he had Tua damn near up for MVP last year.
Right, you right.
Then the Chargers coach is an idiot, bro. I'm sorry. Like I don't even know how he still got the job. Is Brandon Staley still their head coach or whatever his name is?
I think so, bro.
He's an idiot. After that last year, blowing that lead, he should have got fired, bro. Because he really already should have got fired. I feel like the Chargers have been underachieving ever since.
Yep.
Yeah, they've been underachieving for sure. But I feel like, bro, I'm gonna take LA. I'm gonna take LA on this at home. Whatever y'all say, ain't got no home field advantage. I'm gonna take them.
Only home field advantage they got is the fact that they didn't have to go to the other team's stadium. That's about it. Right, that's it.
I would take them, bro. I feel like they're gonna pull this out.
Okay. Rams, another divisional matchup. Rams going up to Seattle at Lumen Field, take on the Seahawks. Seahawks open up as 5-point favorites in this game. I see that to be appropriate. I think they cover the spread. I'm gonna take the Seahawks in this game. I don't really see much analysis in this one. Cooper Kupp might be there. He might not. Matthew Stafford working his way from injury. I just don't see the Rams as much of anything but a shell of their former selves at this point.
I agree. I'm gonna go Hawks. If Cooper Cup was playing, I feel like it would have been a little bit better matchup. But I'm gonna go with the Hawks just because they just got they loaded up for real. I feel like they gonna be they're pretty underrated to me. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Hawks cover the spread on this.
Man, I want the 12th man to make the Rams put Stetson Bennett in because ain't no way the Rams gonna be the best team this year in this division. I don't even see them coming close. They're gonna be fighting for last place in the division with Arizona.
Yeah, I see it the same way. I think come trade deadline, Aaron Donald, Cooper Cup, like trying to get y'all out of there, see what we can get. All right. Coming to the two night game.
Field, bro. I thought it was like CenturyLink or some shit.
They changed the name of it. Coming to the two night games, we got the Sunday night opener, Sunday night premiere, Dallas, New York, division matchup. Dak, Daniel Jones, the star, the giant, Dallas, New York. Cowboys, 4-point favorites. How y'all see it?
Man. Dallas, Giants. It's like pulling your hands out of a bucket of sand, bro. It's just like it's everything the same, bro. Like it's all the same, bro. It's all the same, bro.
AG, and that would just be terrible.
It's all the same, bro. It's all the same.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel what you're saying though, because it's like this matchup is like every time I want to lean one way, it's like
right.
It's like
The Giants can for sure win, bro. The Giants can for sure win the game.
Yeah, bro, both of them could win the game, bro.
You feel confident picking them though.
I can't feel confident picking either team. Like if I was to bet on this game, I would have to bet both ways just to not lose the bet. But
yeah, I for sure got a hedge halftime.
Well,
I'm going Giants though. I'm gonna take the Giants at home. Divisional matchup. So
they just got Isaiah Simmons too.
But I ain't gonna lie, Cowboys, bro. Cowboys for sure. Like I respect them boys. Like they got Gilly on one side, Diggs on the other side, Pollard. They got Michael Parsons. Like they, you know what I'm saying, they loaded. But you know what I'm saying, divisional game, niggas at home. So I'm gonna take the Giants, just cause I hate the Cowboys too. So.
Man, I hate the Cowboys, but like I don't think you understand. Like, nigga,
Daniel Jones was looking kind of decent last year.
That was last year, bro. Get it, bro. That was last year.
That boy Saquon, come on, bro.
Look, bro, Saquon was running for his contract, bro, and he didn't get it. So he's gonna run for another contract on another team. He's gonna run for another contract on another team this year. So he's not worried about Daniel Jones passing for whatever yardage he's gonna pass, bro. I think
he's not worried about Daniel Jones throwing for that little 200 million he's gonna be throwing for.
Dallas has had a top defense for the past couple of years, bro, and just hadn't had the offense to match it, bro, or the common courtesy to win in the playoffs against the same team back-to-back years, bro. It's kind of like when the Saints.
Don't do it. I already know where this is going. Don't even say it, AG.
Go ahead.
I just seen it coming out. I just seen it.
Go ahead. Let him speak. Let him go ahead. Let him speak.
No, I'm just saying. We good. But I'm just saying, like they lose to the same team every year in the playoffs for the past couple of years. So it's like
Dallas been doing the same shit.
Yeah.
20 plus years at this point, bro.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I can't confidently pick either of these teams, but if I had the gun to my head, I'll just pick Dallas.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Dallas pick as well because of the defense. Like you said, they got Gilly, Trey Diaz on the other side. That pass rush They keen on like creating turnovers. Like Dan Quinn got them like really believing in the system for real. Offense wise, I do think their offense got enough like firepower, more than enough. Like
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb, Michael
They
Gallup,
got that Cooks.
yeah, Brandon Cooks now, who everywhere he go, he get 1,000, and then Tony Pollard really the dude now, Deuce Vaughn. So they
You
got.
think he can be able to sustain that load?
Hey yo, who Pollard?
Yeah,
You talking about Tony Pollard?
yeah.
I don't think they need to feed him or nothing like he's like a primary back. I do think they need to like auction off some carries to the other dudes because you got to think like Tony Pollard is good out the backfield as well. So you don't want to just run him up the tackle and just diminish his value. But I'm gonna take Dallas. Like I think Daniel Jones in for another regression. I don't believe last year. I think Brian Dable, they coach, got them boys believing for real. And I think the Giants are a good team, but I still think they in for regression this year. I don't see them making the playoffs again. And I wouldn't be surprised if they around 500 or one game below it or like 2 games below it. I don't think they're gonna be good this year, in my opinion. So I'll take Dallas. And then wrapping it up, Bills, Jets, Monday Night Football. First game of Monday Night Football of the season. Aaron Rodgers debut in New York. Josh Allen maybe come back for a little revenge. No Von Miller. No Von Miller this game.
This was show game of the week.
Bills 3-point favorites on the road.
Here's the game to start the week. Hate too much.
I'm gonna go Jets. I'm going Jets.
I'm gonna go Jets as well.
Hey, man. Put me on the PJ, man. I'm flying the Jets.
Yeah. I think A-Rod, it's too much riding on that game, bro. A-Rod open up at home, division game, Monday Night Football prime time, like your first game as a Jet, you got to win. I think it's a must-win game. Come out, set the tone.
Now, if the Bills come out here and beat the brakes off these boys, I don't want to hear that. We thought Aaron Rodgers was gonna be that guy, because I'm telling you, these folks is hamping on the fact that this man Aaron Rodgers has a Super Bowl envision with his team, but he almost has the same problem as Bryce Young, bro. That offensive line is gonna be something to look at this whole season. They spent money everywhere else but on the offensive line.
That's what's really scaring me about this matchup for real, because Buffalo can get on that ass, but New York gonna have to use that run game to keep them off of clear-cut pass rush situations. But
so they got probably the best running back duo probably in the league.
Who?
Jets. Brees Hall and Dalvin Cook. Like, not gonna lie.
They got one of the best, I'll say. I mean,
who better than them two?
I'm gonna take. Well, you said duo. If we talking about as a running back position, period, I think we got the best. But that's including me. I mean, who got 3 better running backs?
3 running backs, bro. We got 3 starting running backs.
I'm saying 3. You said a duo, so I can see what you say about a duo, but at the same time,
Brees Hall can definitely start on any other team, and then Dalvin Cook. We know about Dalvin Cook.
Okay, we got a 1,000-yard dude last year, and we got Bijan can start on any other team.
Brees Hall better than y'all got Dalvin Cook better than.
Okay, he should be. He drafted in the first round, but I'm saying Algier went for 1,000 last year.
So Brees Hall better than Bijan?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, yes. Why? I'm saying yes.
I mean, you compare him to a dude who ain't played a game, so I mean, you can't.
Okay, I'm not. I didn't compare him to that. AG asked me.
I'm saying, bro, let's not act like Dalvin Cook is the same Dalvin Cook. Like it's a reason. It's a reason why he was looking for a team.
He's still better than any running back y'all got on y'all roster right now.
Oh my god!
How do you figure?
Bro, Dalvin Cook is not.
Ain't nobody that is looking for employment at that point of the season really got room to say I'm better than.
Bro, he's 28. He still got.
That's the bottom half of the.
He still can go. He still can go though.
28 is old in a running back.
That's
but he
the bottom half.
still can go. He still can go. It's just because folks ain't really trying to pay that man what he worth. But
he went to a team where he know he ain't got to run the ball 1,000 times. They finna split carries on that team. And Breece Hall honestly might out carry him, to be honest.
Yeah, Breece Hall probably better than Dalvin Cook.
But
Dalvin Cook better than the dudes we got.
What did I say? What did I say wrong? What did I say wrong?
No, I don't want to compare it. I just don't want to compare it to what I just said, because you just said something that kind of contradicted what you just said before.
What did I say that contradicted what I said?
You was like, okay, they got running backs better than the Falcons, bruh, but we got 1,000-yard back guaranteed, and then we got another back that's gonna definitely go over 1,000 in like yards, period. So it's like
1,000.
Like it's
like I haven't seen Breece Hall with the ability to split out wide or in the slide the ball. Like he's a
Breece Hall's not a receiver as well. Like he's just
running. He's talking about just straight running the ball, like just straight grabbing that bit and going. Like
Tyler, that's Tyler. Give the ball to Tyler. That's Tyler.
What I'm saying though, if you're gonna compare a running back,
you ask anybody, bro. Breece Hall is better than Tyler Algier.
It's just the name, bro. It's just the name.
Nobody is the nobody.
It's not the name.
Nobody disputing that.
It's not the name, bro.
Nobody's disputing that. But my thing is, you can't say we talking about just giving the ball to them and running it. Like if you're gonna talk about a player, you got to talk about their full skill set.
Bro, anybody you ask is taking Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall over Tyler Algier and Bijan. I guarantee it.
Yes, off of their name.
Off of talent.
Hey, we gonna end the video and continue the conversation off camera because this shit gonna go on for about an hour.
In general,
y'all like, comment, subscribe, and we gonna come back to the video afterwards to see who was correct.